All right, we are watching DubsJerkyTV on Esperanca, and this is Gold 5 on Anna. This is what they said. Stuck at Gold 5, I find Anna to be the most fun and game impacting when playing with a good Anna, so I've decided to learn her, looking for top 3 things you would improve on me for me to focus on. And your self-review highlighted these 3 things. 1, try to wait for enemy cleanse before throwing nade. 2, save sleep for Rhine charge. 3, use nano to save tank if the fight is beginning. Okay, let's take a look at the game. For starters, let's look at your lineup. You have Rhine as your tank, great brawly. I think Anna historically is a good pairing with Rhine. I think that Anna's still a good pairing for Rhine. Probably not as strong as before, where I think maybe Baptiste is maybe better and certainly more at lower ranks. But yeah, I mean, still a good pairing with Rhine. Lucio, excellent pairing with Rhine. And then you have your two DPS Sojourn, very meta, and Hanzo, just fine. This is a pretty typical game. I don't think nothing's no particularly weird lineup here. I would again expect to be pocketing my Rhine most of the time and then healing the DPS when I can. But for sure, especially with a Lucio, I'm dedicating my resources to the Rhine. Right, my Rhine is really the anchor that this game is gonna go on. Like if my Rhine's dead, like the fight's not winnable, which is not always the case with the other heroes. Like if you're playing Mason versus Pharaoh, sometimes your Pharaoh can clutch even if your tank dies. So this is kind of interesting. So for starters, you're clearly sliding to the left and kind of playing slow here. I don't feel like I fully understand this map. When I say understand, I don't mean like I don't know layout the map. I'm saying that I don't necessarily know what is the right place to be playing all the time. This is my concern about playing here, is that what if your Rhine walks up here and then turns the corner? Then what do you do, right? Then you walk, right, for 5, 6, 7 seconds all the way over here to be able to heal your Rhine. And what if he turns another corner? Well, then you still got to walk more time. Now you could say, oh, my Rhine's going to be smart. He's not going to play anything. But you're telling me that the Rhine is right here, and there's an injured hero right here that your Rhine is going to step forward? No, of course your Rhine's going to step forward. You know? It's like, yes, tanks need to keep in mind the line of sight of their healers, but a tank also needs to have some space to be able to make their own personal decisions and movement. You know what I mean? Like, they need to have some ability to not just stand still in a single spot. Otherwise, especially as a Rhine, as a melee hero, you have to figure that he's going to be able to need to push into the enemy team at some point in time. You're playing A, way too far back, right? So you can't help him around that corner. And B, this is a common flank route, right? Flankers, like Genji, Cassidy, whoever, are going to walk you over here. What help do you have if they come down here? Nothing. Then you're suddenly forced into a life or death deathmatch. Even if you win it, your tank might have died by then, and you'll still lose. So I don't think this is a good spot to play. I think that you follow your Rhine up here to the right, and then you see how it plays out from there, right? For example, if they have Winston, right, maybe you decide to play closer, or maybe you actually back further out of jump range, okay, right? Or, if they have other potential heroes, like if there's a lot of pressure coming to the left, like if they try to, run Brawl and they Lucio, Rhine run over here, then you can retreat this way to the flower beds. I think this is not a good spot to be playing from. Also, keep in mind that you have Lucio, which means that your team gets there very, very fast. Unless their team also runs a Lucio, you have time to set up over here. And I think setting up over here is a good idea, right? Generally, all these midpoints, if you can control the midpoint area, you're typically going to win. So already I would say, positionally, not the right spot. And again, as we expected, your Rhine stepped forward, right? And now that forces you to come up, and now you're late. And now your Rhine's already taken 125 damage, and you're not able to help at all. Does it cost you kill? No, but it does mean that he put up his shield because he realizes, oh, something's weird here. Like, I'm not getting healed. He gets nervous, puts up shield. So now your Rhine's lost 3/4 of his shield. We can tell because of how cracked the shield is because you weren't healing him. I think you just reload right now, right? Nothing is happening. Clearly, like, you guys have control of the space. Okay, there's not like some imminent thing. You just reload right now. You're at 7 shots already. You want to always stay as talked up as you can for the fight. Okay, great. Now the fight happens. Notice that you have 5 ammo right now. Because you didn't reload when I said to. You should have reloaded. Now the fight is getting in earnest, and now you're going to need every shot to count. I would reload right now. Well, actually, I would reload prior to my Lucio eating that fire strike. I would heal my Lucio, and then reload. Okay. So many things have gone wrong right now. Number one is you do not heal your Lucio, who is like, half health. A. B, you step forward here to throw the sleep. Why? Where do you go for the sleep? You're trying to like hit an Anna. You don't even know what's back here. You have no idea. You've never looked around this corner. You're going for a blind Hail Mary sleep on whatever the heck is back here. Okay? Yeah, maybe hit the sleep, but most of the time it does exactly that, which gives you 0 value whatsoever. Also, your Rhine is being swung on right now. Instead of doing this sleep, you could have A, healed your Lucio, B, also healed your Rhine, and C, throw a grenade. You throw a grenade right here, fight is over. You literally just won the fight. right? Your Rein for Rein versus Rein, if you throw a grenade and it hits both Reins, right, first, you almost always win that fight. Their Rein is gonna die. Like, how are they gonna save him? Your Rein just starts swinging, okay? Unless they sleep your Rein, which hopefully he blocks, that Rein is dead. This is a huge mistake by you. It's a critical moment where you need to make the most value, and you are not doing anything about it. And now you throw a grenade, and it hits the shield, and now you were totally wasted. So, your backline's collapsing, which is unfortunate. You started the duel, right, with this Torb, which is kind of odd. I think you still need Pyrenees in the front. Like, your Rein is grenaded, but you don't actually know that. Right? Also, you don't need to kill a turret necessarily, but you can just line of sight with it. It's fine. Okay, right? Good grenade. Follow up, right? Start shooting. Right? I don't think you need to be like, oh, did you use Suzu yet? Because like, that's kind of what Suzu is for. It's really hard to be like, oh, I'm going to save it. Like, the fact that you force Suzu out is already a good thing. Is it great if somebody else can force Suzu? Yes, but that's not always possible. So I still think you go for good grenades and then force the Kiriko to have the Suzu in order to do the save. Right. If you're shooting the Rein, which I think I agree with, like, he's low, your Rein's not. Right, now you want to go back to healing your Rein. Okay. So, right idea, wrong mechanics. Right? The Rein's going to sleep, good reaction, poor aim. You should have aimed it lower. But, you know, it happens. Right? But still winnable, right? Step forward. Like, you're backing up to the corner, even though your Rein is, like, clearly moving forwards. Right? Your Rein's actually doing a good job. He's not crossing the cart, because he knows that he's not going to get healing if he, presumably, if he sits there, okay? Killing the turret here, I think is okay. Now your team's backing up, so... yeah, I think you saved grenade there, because you had some time and try to get both Reins. It's, like, absolutely critical to hit both Reins with a grenade. Your Rein wasn't in danger of dying, so you didn't need to... How do I feel about this nade? This sleep? I mean, it ends up being okay. You end up sleeping the Bastion, right, as he was in tank mode, so which is good. I think that it felt a little spammy. It felt like you're just firing the sleep dart versus I don't feel like you reacted to the fact that the Bastion went tank mode, right? Like, I think this is just kind of a lucky sleep, in which case I don't like it so much. But if it was intentional, then I don't. I think you just die here. Yeah, I think you just die here. Like, your tank's already dead. As I pointed out, your Rein's gonna eat a ton of resources here, and without your Rein, you're just not gonna. So don't try to stay alive. I don't agree with this. I think you should be fighting the Mega, but it's fine. So, you notice how you back up here? Like, little things like this can be a problem, right? As you're trying to heal Lucio, instead of continuing to walk forward, because your Rein's clearly deciding to go around that corner, right? So, here, you see how you back up? You're backing up, you're backing up, you're backing up, right? You back up again. You have to get around this corner, because you have to see what's going on, and because your Rein is going to expect you to be healing him, right? Now, if he's smarter, he would realize, okay, you're actually pretty far from the corner, like, even if you've been running at full speed, but if you've been running non-stop, instead of stopping to slow down to heal Lucio, which you could have done while just running forwards, you would be around this corner right now. So for sure, yeah, see? Like, now you feel pressured, right? You throw that grenade so early. If you throw the grenade slightly higher, you hit both of the Reins. You see how low their Rein is, right? He just dies right here. Let's get Susan. Right? The Rein's super low here. Lucio does a beat, right? Sleep alert doesn't work on turrets, I don't think. Okay, I don't know why you're covering here. I think just playing the right side of the booth is still perfectly safe. Okay, what the heck is happening right here? Alright. So, realistically, this Sojourn doesn't really need you. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening in the front. You see how long you're... Okay. So, this is something I like to do because I think it is helpful for supports to realize when they're messing up. Okay, I want to track when was the last time you healed. Okay, so let's say right there, 235. I don't think you hit him with that dart. Let's confirm. Oh, I guess you hit him right there. Okay, so starting from 244. So that's 6 seconds that your Ryan was alive where you gave him no healing while he was in the middle of the opposing team. Let's see what that looks like from your Ryan's perspective. As a tank player, I love doing this because it's very helpful. Okay, great. Ryan's in. He charges. He misses. He's swinging. He's like in the middle of the team. Okay, he got nano. He's like, my Ana has nano, right? Because he's got to know my Ana has nano. I'm probably gonna get nano here, right? He starts. Nope. He's just getting wrecked. Getting wrecked. Absolutely nothing's happening. This is what you're doing for those 6 seconds. Heal. Okay. Oh, look, my soldier's there. Heal. Miss. Stand still. Heal. I'm sure nothing of importance is happening in front of me while this is happening. Your soldier's away in the backline around a corner. She's not in any danger whatsoever. You have to be looking at your Ryan, right? You have to be healing here. You have to potentially be sleeping. You have to be throwing a grenade. You have to be ready to nano him, and you just hung your Ryan out to dry. Absolutely hung your Ryan out to dry. I would be furious if I was your Ryan, because stuff like this is why people switch tanks to like Roadhog, because I can't trust you in this situation. Like, this is like the absolute critical moment. Like, I am engaging, he's doing his job, like engaging into the enemy team, making a ton of space, and you're off in the back line, like slowly reloading, like looking at, you know, a soldier and scoping and healing her, even though that's not what's going to affect this fight. Like, yeah, your soldier's full health, or was full health. Is that going to change this fight? No, your Ryan's dead. This fight's over. Right?
Enemy team is pushing forward.
Like, you're all just dead heroes walking at this point. So the worst thing here would be to die. Right? It's either die or get out. You definitely should not be playing this far forward. There's zero reason to be playing this far forward. Like, the two of you are not going to stop their team. Right? You have to absolutely not die here, because if you die here, it's a massive stagger. Right? Again, another Hail Mary sleep. I mean, yeah, maybe you sleep the Ana there, right? But then the Rhyme steps up, or she gets Suzu'd. It's a waste of sleep. Sleep has a crazy long cooldown, 15 seconds. There's a ton that you can do with sleep, including you can also, for the record, interrupt shatters if you time it correctly. Sleep is a massive ability, right? Oh, look, the Ryan's charging. Oh, I wish I had sleep right now. I could have prevented this shatter from happening if I had sleep, because I could have slept him right there, right? Then you could have nailed your Ryan and then potentially kill everybody. You nailed your Lucio, who, frankly, didn't actually take that much damage. Right? All he took was shatter. He's missing 50 health. No big deal. Right? Again, you didn't hit the Ryan with the grenade. And I also have no idea when you're planning on using nano. Right? Like, I can't believe that you're not nanoing right now. Oh, rough. If I were your Ryan, I would switch off right now. Because I would have no idea. Like, you've been holding your nano now for 3 fights. I guess the first fight you lost. So for two fights, right, that you're gonna nano, you've waited so long that, remember, their Ryan got nanoed in the previous fight, okay? Their Ana may have nano by the time for your next fight, in which case their team is getting twice as many nanos as you. Like, what's your plan here? That sleep? What was that sleep arc gonna do? No, nothing. This is not a viable strategy what you're doing here. Okay. Again, what is your plan right now? Like, why are you even looking at the cart? What, if the Ryan comes over, you're going to do what against him exactly? Nothing. Just look at your team, right? Support them. I think this is a bad position for, frankly, your whole team to be, but if you're going to be up here, then you might as well just play and die together. I think you're all going to end up here. Oh, look, you popped nano. Unfortunately, like, you popped nano at the time where your Ryan needed it the least, okay? He is full health, walking into an opposing Ryan who didn't even realize he was there until right now. Like, this is I would say the worst time to pop nano, but certainly not an optimal time to pop nano, because you don't get any of the benefit of the extra healing. Oh, look, there's a Torb. I hope you go for the sleep. You do not. Right? Torb is a big fat box. Okay, I'm like, oh shoot, there's a Torb here. Go for the sleep. Nope. Now you're dead. Yeah, especially because you have Lucio as your other support, which is totally fine, right? And I think it's actually good, all things considered. Your team has 0 chance of winning if you die, because it's just not enough to sustain. I think going for the Ana kill there is okay. I think the Ana was like a little out of position, but I mean, what's this grenade meant to accomplish? Even if it doesn't hit your Ryan, what's it meant to accomplish? You're gonna splash. First of all, the Ryan can easily shield it. He can see it coming. A, B, even if it does hit him, he just waits it out. You're way too far away to be able to do anything with this grenade. Nobody can kill the Ryan right now, even if you splash him with that grenade. Big waste. Alright. Sleep? Okay, yeah, I mean, they counter-charge, that's fine. Imagine if you had grenade right now. Alright? Imagine if you had grenade right now. This Ryan dies. Right? Storm arrow, and he dies. So you have to be ult tracking, right? So Ryan typically gets ultimates every other fight. So he didn't use the ultimate Shatter in the last. I don't think he's Shatter in the last fight. Yeah. So he should have Shatter now. So you should be using the wall to line. I think you thought about it maybe by your positioning, but you know, should have been tracking it. Now things have gone. Okay. Finally, so you splashed a Ryan, which is good, right? When in doubt, if you had the option between an offensive nade or a defensive nade, always throw an offensive nade. Only throw a defensive nade if you absolutely like cannot win the fight otherwise, including potentially letting a teammate die. I would say that's rare, but like in general, like always try to hit enemies because the offensive power of the nade is much stronger than the defensive power. That's just a lucky. There's nothing you can do about that. Like Hanzo stepped up, he just got you. There's nothing you can do about that.
I am escorting the robot.
All right, team wins the fight. So you're stepping up here. Unfortunate, right? Nothing you do. You just got back. Right? It's kind of your team's fault to be fighting here without you. But okay, so Bastion ult is going on right now. You go for the sleep, right? I heal your Ryan. Yeah, really important here to heal your Ryan. Right? Okay, they die. I don't even try to get out. I just want you. No point trying to stall this out. This is mostly your team's fault to like try to force the fight without you, which is I think pretty common at lower ranks. Is that they're just not aware that like, hey, we're not gonna win the fight without our Ana. Our Ana died. We should wait for her. I think this is a bad position to be playing to begin with. I think would have gone right main because you're very vulnerable to the entire team here. Like, yeah, you could shoot them, but them shooting you is a much bigger deal because you're mostly going to be targeting your Ryan. Now your Ryan's gone around the corner and you're screwed. But imagine if you had gone main safely and then you'd be good. But you have taken not a great path. And now you're pocketing, you know, these two, which might seem great, except for what is your Ryan going to do right now? Well, he's just going to kill everybody. But I think it was a mistake to go this way. Like, yes, it worked out in your favor, but I don't think that you did anything here that affected the outcome of that fight. I would immediately start healing my Reaper there because I would assume he's going to get shot when he teleports in, right? Just one dart there, I think is potentially a big deal. Yeah, again, nothing you can do about that. Besides dropping you that. Okay, you pop nano. I think this is a reasonable nano, right? Like they're both full. Like your Ryan kind of needs the nano to make sure that he wins this fight. You're already down one. You're trying to push. I mean, if you think you can win this 4-on-5, I think popping nano is the right call. Also, nano builds relatively quickly. I would again think about tossing a grenade as soon as I see the Ryan start swinging. Unfortunate that you eat the shatter again. Ult tracking there is important, right? So in the previous fight, did you see shatter? You did not, right? That was the fight that your team won. Every other fight is the typical cadence for Ryan shatter. You should have recognized shatter's coming and then ducked, gotten ready to duck. Right? Good nade, right? So your Ryan should be going forwards now. Now, why is your Ryan playing so passive? Right? Because he was low. Why was he low? Because you got shatter. Right? He's wasting the nano by not swinging. Because if he bid full health, I guarantee you he swings here. But he's just nervous because he got so low. Also, I wouldn't trust you if I was the Ryan. Right? This is a good reactive sleep. You're like, hey, something's going on in the back line. You try to save your Reaper. You go for sleep. I think that's fine. Okay? Now, Reaper's dead. You kind of have to win this fight. I think you're like, okay, I don't think you can heal your Ryan here, frankly, because I think that you must deal with the Hanzo. Right? And I think the fight's lost. I don't think either decision you made was a good call. Or rather, would have changed anything. Okay, you're Ryan making a big mistake here, fighting without you. This is not your fault. I think grenade right away is the right call, right? Start healing. Right? Your Ryan really should swing here. Right, charges in. Again, why are you moving backwards? Move forwards. Your team's like pushing this fight forward. You got in 2 picks. You should be moving forwards, not backwards. Move forward. Yeah, that Hanzo is just actually wrecking. Don't look to the left. You don't want... I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be looking for the Hanzo, per se. Like, I would just kind of look while running forwards. Like, you don't want to pick a fight with him. I wouldn't fret about doing that stuff because you're slow. Because when you scope, you're slowed down, right? You see how the gap from you and your Ryan is widening here, which is really, really bad. Oh man, that's super unlucky. Yeah, you were even looking for that. Like that's just That's just really unlucky. I think the only thing that you can do here is when you see the Hanzo, understand that he thinks you're going to run forwards, right, towards your team. As soon as you see this, strafe the other direction. And I think that he fails to kill you. Right. Also, it's interesting because you jump right before this. Yeah. That's just tough. And of course, your team's going to lose because you're not there. I don't really think that's your fault. I do think I think you dallied a little bit like too much, and I think that if you would play close to the team, like that maybe that never would happen. Okay, great. Excellent grenade opportunity. Good grenade, right? Shoot. So I think you missed a couple possible turn opportunities here. So remember that grenade is a cancel, right? So you can shoot and immediately grenade. You don't have to wait for the bolt popping again of your rifle. So you can. Right here, you could shoot, grenade, shoot, right, to add a lot more damage into the Rhine. Instead, you grenade, right, and don't shoot any darts into him whatsoever. I don't think you would have done. Okay, so you actually did a good job backing away from that. I don't know if you knew that was coming or not, but yeah, this is unfortunate. So where did you end up sleeping? Bad sleep, right? Really bad sleep usage. Like the shield's up. Why sleep here? Are you hoping to interrupt the shatter? Because I don't think that's consistent, right? Like you have other options. I think that you save sleep. Oh man, he interrupts. Yeah, if you have sleep there, the entire fight changes. Also, if there's a Nano Rhine that's charging past you, don't run towards him. Run away from him. Right? This is just feeding yourself to him. You're like, hey, kill me please. Let me walk into you. Granted, I mean, your team's lost this fight anyway. Well, except for your Hanzo still fragging. That's great opportunity. Let's go get a hit on the Hanzo. You could also go for the supports right now. Good opportunity to sleep. This is when I would try to throw a sleep, right? And prevent them from getting away. I think you can still hear the Anna behind you. She's dead now. Right? You could still throw a sleep at any point in time now. Like, it's funny because you throw so many sleeps where you're like just a Hail Mary. Like, these are good opportunities to throw a sleep because nothing's going to happen for a while. So your sleep will come back and cool down. And now you throw a sleep that is terrible. Right? Like, you see the Rhine charge to the right, you throw a sleep to the left. Again, and you're slow with the nade, right? I wait for the Rhine to start swinging, then throw the grenade, right? Can he block it? Yeah, but typically, often, luckily, I think you splash the nade through the legs of the robot. This is a lucky nade hit. Again, every other fight, you get to fight another shatter. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. So what's my advice? Number one, sleep darts in particular are just not good. I would say by and large your sleep darts, not even mechanics, like not even listening to worry about the aim part. I think your decision making for when you use sleeps is not good. 1. 2, I think that you're losing track of your Rhine in critical moments, or you did lose track of your Rhine in a critical moment, which is just super bad, right? Fight losing. Number 3, your nano usage, right? So saving nano you was really bad, right? Losing 2 fights in a game in a mode like push can be like game ending, because of you, specifically because of you. Like nobody else in your team messed up, right? It was 5-on-5. It was totally winnable. Like not nanoing there is crazy. So not nanoing in time, big deal. As the Anna, you got to be Johnny on the spot with the nanos. And let me think what else I would say. Yeah, I mean those ult tracking, especially shatter, especially tank ults, right? But let's recap this again. So 1, damn, what did I even say? Sleeps, right? 1 is sleeps. 2, losing track of your Rhine. 3 is nano usage, and 4 is ult tracking. Yeah, I think that's a good list. Hopefully that's helpful.